Two boys aged 7 and 9 share 64 marbles. The shares are inversely proportional to their age. If it's inversely proportional, if you remember we mentioned, let's say the first boy will get X marbles. We said if it's proportional, then it would have get 7K and the other boy would have get 9K. But it's not proportional, directly proportional, it's inversely proportional, so it won't get 7K, X would get K over 7, and the second boy will get K over 9. So now that we know that the share of each boy, we can find the sum, which is X plus Y should be 64. So K over 7 plus K over 9 should be 64. The least common multiple of 7 and 9 it's 63 because these are coprime numbers. 9K plus 7K it's 64. Let's continue here. We get 16K over 63, it's 64. Multiply 16K is 63 times 64. Divide by 16, you get 63 times 64 over 16. 64 over 16 being 4, we got that K is 4 times 63. We can calculate this, but actually we don't need, because we are not looking for K, we are looking for how much each one of these boys will get. So taking this and substituting here, you'll get 4 times 63 over 7. Clearly we can cancel here. You get 9, 9 times 4. 9 times 4 it's 36. And the other boy would get 4 times 63 over 9. 63 over 9 is 7. 4 times 7 it's 28. So the first boy will get, the younger one will get 36 marbles, and the older one will get 28 marbles. 3 children aged 5, 6 and 7 years old respectively will share 72 chocolates between them in direct proportion to their age. So what does that mean? The older one, let's say X, will get 5 of the shares, so 5K. The second one will get 6 of the shares, and the youngest one, the older one, will get 7 shares. If you add them up, you get 5K plus 6K plus 7K. That should be the total amount of chocolate. So this is 18K is 72, so K being 4. Now 4 is not the number of chocolates that each one will get, it's the number of chocolates per share. So 5 shares for the youngest one, that is 20. 6 times 4, 24, and 7 times 4, 28 chocolate for the other one. A piece of rope is 136 meters long. It is cut into 3 pieces such that one piece is proportional to 4 and the other 2 pieces are inversely proportional to 3 and 5. Let's say that rope is cut into 3 pieces X, Y, Z. If it's proportional to 4, that means it should be 4 times a constant K. And if it says it's inversely proportional to 3 for Y, that means it will be this constant K but over 3. And for Z, it would be K over 5. The total length, X plus Y plus Z, should be 136. So 4K plus K over 3 plus K over 5 is 136. If we multiply by 15, we get 60K plus 15 over 3, that's 5K, plus 15 over 5, that's 3K. It's 15 times 136. 68K is 15 times 136, that is 2040. Actually, we don't have to multiply it by, but anyways. So dividing 2040 by 68 is 30. So k is 30. That means the first piece of the rope will be 4 times 30, 120. The second piece of the rope would be 30 over 3, that's 10. And the third piece of the rope would be 30 over 5, that's 6. And the shortest one is 6. Arslan and Serdar are 16 and 11 years old respectively. In how many years will the ratio of their ages be 4 to 5? Well, actually it should be 5 to 4 because that means that Arslan is older than Arslan is actually older than Serdar, and here it says their ratio should be 4 to 5, which means Arslan should be younger. So there is a mistake. It should be 5 to 4. Let's see again. So 16 over 11 is the ratio of their current age. But it says in how many years? Well, in some years, x years, Arslan will actually be 16 plus some years x. During that time, Serdar will also grow x years older. So that would be 11 plus x. And we want the ratio to be 5 to 4. The rest is now very easy. Cross multiply. 4 times 16 plus x is 5 times 11 plus x. 4 times 16, 64 plus 4x, it's 55 plus 5x. From here you subtract 4x, you get 64 is equal to 55 plus x. Subtract 55, you get x is 9. So in 9 years. It's given that 2x is equal to 3y is equal to 5z. And it's given that x plus y plus z is 93. Well, from these two equations, we can solve for x, y, and z. How we can do that? Well, I know that x plus y plus z is 93. Also, I know that 2x is 3y. I'm trying to express two of these variables in terms of one of these. So, for example, I can write x as 3 over 2y, and also from 3y is equal to 5z, I can express z as 3 over 5y. Why am I doing this? Because now when I substitute x here and I substitute y here, I will only have to deal with only one variable, so that would be only y. So let's do it. 3 over 2y plus 3 over 5y, it's 93. If I multiply both sides by 10 to get rid of the denominators, I get 15y plus 10y plus 6y, it's 930. Add them up, it's 31y, it's 930. When you divide by 31, that is 30. So y is 30. If y is 30, then you get back here and you substitute, you get x is 3 over 2 times 30. That is 45. And z, it's 3 over 5 times 30. That is 18. And the final part is find 3x plus 2y minus 4z. 3 times x, that's 3 times 45. Plus 2y, that's 2 times 30. Minus 4 times z, that's 4 times 18. 3 times 45, it's 135. Plus 60 minus 40, 72. So 195 minus 72, 3, 2, 123. You need to know there are different ways to approach this problem. You can solve it in different ways as well. A similar exercise to the previous one, a plus b plus c is 8, a over b is 2 over 3, and b over c is 1 over 4. Well, something similar, from this equation we can get that 3a is 2 over 2b. Again, I can express a in terms of b, so I get 2 over 3b. Also, from the second ratio, we get 4b is c, so I already expressed c in terms of b. Again, the same, a plus b plus c is 8. A being 2 over 3b plus c being 4b, that's 8. If you multiply both sides by 3, you get 2b plus 3b plus 12b, you get 24. So 2b and 3b, 5b, and 12b, that's 17b is 24. b being 24 over 17. So now that we found b, you go back and you substitute for a. A was 2 over 3 times b, which now it's 24 over 17. Simplify by 3, you get your 8, so 16 over 17. And for c, c would be 4 times b, which is 4 times 24 over 17. That is 4 times 4, 16, 96. Next. This exercise can be solved in different ways, too many different ways. So one way would have been this one. If x over y is 2 over 3, that also means 2x over 2y. Same goes for if z over t, this is the most shortcut way to solve this problem. That means also negative 3z over negative 3t. And m over n is 2 over 3. That also means 6m over 6n. Well, why would we need this one? Well, there was a property that said we can, if you get 2 over 2x over 2y is equal to negative 3z over negative 3t is equal to 6m over 6n is equal to 2 over 3. We could have just add the powers. So actually not the powers, the numerators and the denominators separately, and that wouldn't change the ratio. So that means 2x minus 3z plus 6m over 2y minus 3t plus 6n is going to be 2 over 3. Another way to solve this problem would have been to separately express x's in terms of y's, z's in terms of t's. So x you can express it from here, and z you can express it from here, and m you can express it from here. Substitute x, y, z corresponding x, z and m correspondingly on the fraction, and you will still get the same answer. 5 women can weave 50 meters of carpet in 15 days. So 5 women can weave 50 meters of carpet in 15 days. This is a problem from joint variation. How many meters, so x meters, of the same carpet can 10 women weave in 3 days? Well, again, we have to decide about the arrows. Let's say the first arrow, you can just pick it pointing upwards or downwards. Now, if we increase the number of women working on a job like this, weaving carpet, would that result into more meters weaved or less meters? Obviously, it is more meters. So direct, that means both arrows will point on the same direction. Now, comparing women and days. If you increase the number of women working in this job, will that result the same job being performed in less time or more time? So increasing the number of workers results in less days. So it's inverse. That means the arrow will point upwards. Great. Now that we figured out the arrows, it's very easy. Just follow the arrows to form those fractions. 5 over 10 is 50 over x times 3 over 15. We can cancel some of these, like this and this gives you 1 over 2. This and this cancelled will give you 3 and here 10. Perfect, so you get 1 over 2 is equal to 10 times 3 over 3x. Again, we can cancel this 3 and 3. So we get x is equal to 20 after cross multiplying. 10 machines can produce 280 pairs of trousers. All right, just like trousers here, in 14 days. In how many days can 7 machines produce 420 pairs of trousers? Well, again, let's see. We can point the first arrow upwards or downwards, it doesn't matter. Now, increasing the number of machines, does that result into increasing the number of trousers produced or decreasing it? Obviously, it increases, so it's direct. Then, increasing the number of machines that work. If we are producing some trousers, will that decrease the number of days needed to produce those trousers or decrease it? Increasing machines results into less time needed. So 7 over 10 is 420 over 280 times 14 over x. The rest is trying to simplify and for example, here we can simplify by 14. You get 1 over 20. Great, let's simplify a bit more. So what do you have? You have 7 over 10 is 420 over 20x. We can simplify by 20 as well. So this would be 21. So now we get 7 over 10 is 21 over x. Cross multiply. 7x is 210, x being 30. So in 30 days. And it makes sense if you decrease the number of machines and also increase the number of trousers that they should produce. Obviously, the number of days needed will increase. 3 cats can eat 3 mice in 3 minutes. So 3 cats, 3 mice in 3 minutes. In how many minutes can 100 cats eat 100 mice? The most intuitive answer would be 100, but we have to check whether it is correct. Increasing the number of cats, does that result into increasing the number of mice that will be eaten by those cats? Yes, more cats will eat more mice. But now, if you increase the number of cats that are eating some mice, will those mice will be eaten faster or slower? So, if you increase the cats, the time needed to eat those mice will decrease. So it's inverse. For that, we point them on different directions. So 3 over 100 is 3 over 100 times x over 3. And now I think we can cancel these two 100s here. So you get 3 is equal to 3x over 3. Cancel, cancel. X is 3. It may feel counterintuitive, but actually, if 3 cats will eat 3 mice in 3 minutes, if you multiply cats by some number and then you multiply the, in this case by 33.3, and you multiply the number of mice by 33.3, well, that won't change the time needed to catch these mice, because it's the same number, it's proportional. The sides of a rectangle are in ratio 2 to 3. So we have a rectangle. It has this side not 2, but it will be A and B, which we can express them in ratio now. A over B would be 2 to 3. If we decrease each side by 5, then the ratio of the sides of the new rectangle, also if I decrease this side by 5 and also this side by 5, the ratio would be 1 to 2. Great, this is now a linear equation. Cross multiply, 3a is 2b, 2a minus 5 is b minus 5 times 1, that's just b minus 5. There are different ways how to proceed from here. So I can write 3a is 2b, and here 2a minus 10 is b minus 5. Maybe we can write it a bit better, something like this. We can add 5, so 2a minus 5 is b. Now that I know that b is 2a minus 5, I can substitute on the first equation. So I get 3a is actually 2 times 2a minus 5. So 3a is 4a minus 10. That gives us a is 10. Well, if a is 10, the other side I can substitute here, the other side being 3 times a, which is 10, is 2b. 30 is 2b, b being 50. Well, the question clearly is not find the sides of the rectangle. It says find the perimeter of the original rectangle. The perimeter being 2 times the sum of the lengths of the sides. 10 plus 15, that is 2 times 25, that is 50.